等我慢慢弄弄回本啊。等我先把午餐收一收。哦，这样吃一吃也蛮撑的，还不错，还不错。
재물이 되는 거야.
好吃的苏西真鲜。
나는 부활하리라. 도망치려. 내려치기. 강타. 거기 있나요? 도망치지 않아. 도망치. 내려치기. 없어. 강타. 일격으로. 어디? 강타. 울부짖으렴. 비켜. 일격으로. 내려치기. 이리 오세요. 집중하는 게 좋을걸? 자, 파괴해. 영혼을 지내요. 나는 부활하리라. 연속 공격. 연속 공격. 모조리 뺀다. 뭉개지겠어. 내려치기. 나의 황홀한 악몽으로 너희의 시시한 세계를 삼켜주겠어. 고통을 즐겨봐. 이리 오세요. 돌격. 장점으로 치닫고 있어. 내려치기. 도망쳐보렴. 어디 강타. 동료를 멈추지 않아. 내려치기. 둘이는 내가 데려.
那直接拿东西给我敲吧。然后看你要直接推荐开工，还是要干嘛？给我的狂战啊，不然你丢工厂啊！你先同意我进工会仓库好不好？现在这样是有工会的吗？哦，爸。哦，这个工会这个机一按开来，伤心又难过哎。唉，真难过。我可以接任务吗？
你是指都没人的意思吗？
我是指里面有一整排是我。
好呗。
等一下，我再敲4只蜥蜴王。那个 H 给的好少哦，黎明下集才给60，哎，80块，开什么玩笑？为什么我没工仓啊？我们技能还没点到工仓啊？你想起来这件事情，工仓要点技能啊？对啊，我们第一个人点到。哎，你一定是你平常打 H 有在接任务吗？没有吧？你没在接，他就不会长大啊，对吧？ 没差，反正现在都有那种小任务，不是3场而已，还是又改了。然后我昨天测了一下，对，应该今天早上测了一下，攻速真的会影响我的蓄力速度，只是没有影响很大，小到可以忽略。但是如果我还没有，我忘记测那个减 CD 了，不然我在想，反正现在暴击都不缺，那我第10条要洗攻速还是洗减 CD？你在哪啊？没看到你。
출발이 좋은데? 내 연구실에 온 걸 환영해! 자, 신나는 과학 시간이야! 힘을 꺼내 강타! 느려! 완료! 테라 미친다! 느려! 힘을 일격에!
430了。留下来。不要到多少那个时段一样。我在U卡分流2好了。加到分流2。可以，我现在只能敲红帽子。我在等你哦。还是森林。
도망쳐보렴. 비명을 질러라. 더 크게.
买一个钱也不够，卖几个包出来。
이건 감당 못할 거야.
屁！对，你不觉得你很吵吗？
你刚才不是这样在吵我？
好爽啊！哎呦，这个。 噔！啊，你直接给我钱哦，好吧？ 但我欠你好多、哦，我想说免费帮你敲就算了。力量4爆又8，好啊，还你啊，那你给我材料，我帮你敲。哎，抱歉，按错，重来。交易是哪个？这个吧？交易是第一个。啊！ 好玩吗？好吧，你进去拿材料吧。好了，再点我吧。246。我只能敲哦，好吧，也是可以。我再买书吧。啊，好啦，2万我帮你敲到底啊，然后看敲多少东西给你啊。好，我们待会再交易，我待会把东西敲好再还你。我去买材料敲给你啊，还是你不需要？好，算了，我欠你4万，这样可以吗？我们来做点其他事情啊。我之后钱再还你。
讨债！
别讨债
啊！
啊！我之后再想办法、啊。跟你讲啊，顶多去买那个上1万点啊。
跟你讲啊，再不马上还，就变成新台币4万啊！刚跟我讲的一样。
那你给我现金。所以呢，现在呢，我们要做啥好？我现在要打什么副本吗？哎，我饰品全升了哎，可是他还是我饰品跟衣服全部往上跳一阶了，413，对啊，可是我的还是431耶，430哎，怎么这么扯啊？这个430到底是要卡多久？射喷雾，
好吃的是
头唱啊！啊，头唱啊！
你干嘛这样？
推荐 ID 哦，我不知道哎。
妈，最生气耶！
你好生气哦！我创啊，我58啊。8了。对，现在玩飞剑。
飞剑是那个。
就是你想的那个，我可以先敲。好啊。GTA5，因为我现在生产力3990。
不只是 GTA5。
在敲什么？红包。
但你怎么会有回音啊？
我吗？因为我的耳机是对着我的麦克风对着耳机在收音啊。
我的妈！
啊，你不懂啊？对你来说也是很好的。
哦，
你是不是想要拿刀捅我？
嗯，
我看80个，先敲个100次好了。这个要买8000，这个要买多少啊？100、1000。哦，我又喷掉11000。那你先去打个副本吧，我就挂着敲一下。等一下，这叠一张风暴卷了。我突然发现啊，你如果把你多的素材有没有拆掉啊，然后换成那个现在那个连新的素材都可以换成那个货币耶。然后那个货币可以换，第2页有好多好东西哦，什么防爆卷，一张完整的才400货币耶。你知道我在说什么吗？一张完整的才400货币耶。这个你知道吧？你好好玩的，新的素材也可以拆诶。我看有些素材会特别多，有些素材特别缺。如果拆那个特别多的话，感觉就还不错。哦，箱子也可以开，我知道啊，有那个箱子，而且那个箱子，哪一个箱子啊？好吃的苏西在争先。
妈，你也被洗脑了。
你说解黎明的箱子哦？
吃苏西在争先。
哦，氪金哦，那我就知道了。
氪起来！
有飞上哎。
好吃的苏西在争先。
到底是飞上还是？这是艾尔凯拉斯号啊。哦，飞上是439哦，飞船是439哦，所以431的是中等突袭船哦。哦，那是魔女之城是不是？是有那个魔女，这是魔女吗？跟这个叫什么啊？这个还真的看不出来是什么。看好多副本哦，好像有史以来最多的一次吧。我记得有时候换版本根本没换几个新副本出来给我们。虽然很多都是旧的副本 remake 一下。你还用死枪？好吃的寿司。
靠背啊！你的声音是傻小。
我是综合闪灵。
真对。我下来在闪。
噔，然后开始好吃的寿司，然后噔，在争先。然后隔天你就收到那个正贤股份有限公司法务部的那个 Dear Mr. Chang。
也不会啊，如果你真的录取进去的话，你就有了，我在帮你们制作新歌啊。你应该是
Dear Mr. Chang。Dear Mr. Chang。我的飞剑58咯，已经到那个俄雷曼西亚了。
飞剑58了，
也500了。500要考试是不是？你有考吗？
考什么事啊？
就是要那个啊。要做什么？我已经看不懂是在做什么了。 500字是要做什么啊？好麻烦哦，你要不要简单讲一下啊？3种材料最便宜的。是这个吧？不管，反正书都先买下来就对了。那购物车摆不下。然后嘞，知道怎么做？哦，都跟他买就可以了，都用买的，不用再去搭了。不错不错不错。这个叫武器。啊，其实我的生产力已经好到可以去打副本了。你有要打副本吗？这3种哦，可是，哦，我看到我知道你说什么了。先买个20个，然后这又是什么鬼东西？哇，好 cheap 哦！有啊有啊，我各买，我多买要拼那个大成功。
哟，敲药，敲起来就教学。有哎、
A 片哦。
是啊，动漫。
干，做24只大成功一次，好游戏。武器，这是武器的吗？所以这个要什么？是这个吗？一样买80个，跟20。哦，这个敲好了，然后可以让空间可以回去。来吧，我换配件。 竟然猜得到是我，买副本吧。
有开台吗？
我不知道他有没有开。
那可能是2个都没开啊。
还有开 YouTube。
有。
这招是什么、啊？
可以贴给我吗？
哦。晕人。
可以贴给我吗？
我之后都只看 YouTube 了。
干，那你要贴给我啊，靠背哦。
好吃的苏喜在争先，
好吃的布丁在争先。
如果不动代表我睡着了，玩得不错。
我
蛮排吧，都排好久哦。
我要按2次订阅。
按2次哦，第2次是确认订阅。其实我真的忘记飞剑怎么玩了、飞剑很复杂飞剑很复杂、那个。
飞剑不是高手在玩的。
对啊。超复杂的，因为复杂到你根本那个输出可能会差3倍以上。认为有人是空白键流派，是这个吗？这刀蛮痛的。捕获。跟Q， 我记得有一招那个救的啊，还没学到吗？以前救是放在哪里啊？我看看就知道了。 开天辟地。开天辟地。没啊，你拍暗影他，就是拍这么久，他就是这么绝望。你要不要接主线？还是有什么好打的啊？不然你拍那个啊，你战场跟着拍那个库莫斯。教你那个很简单啊，那个是娱乐性质的，你就拍啊，拍啦，那娱乐性质的，一天一场，不拍。
제법 배짱이 있는데.
시련과 고난은 전사의 훈장이지. 가이아께서 지켜보신다. 우리는 승리할 것이다. 시련과 고난은 전사의 훈장이지. 죽음을 각오하고 버티게. 알키온 연합을 위해 모두의 힘이 필요합니다.
嘟嘟嘟嘟嘟，竟然排得到，目瞪口呆，口呆。去滴，差点打中文，去滴滴。艾琳好可爱哦，泳装呢，我也有一套。霸气剑斗。完了，泡菜问话，什么时候就是要做出明智的抉择？那个短线的踢掉就好了。看一下 ID。好，招募。就是马上煮泡菜的对。
Welcome to day 2 of Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3.
为什么他有100个硬币？看网咖网咖仔，坚决不玩网咖仔。狗狗猪宝宝。里面要清哦，不会吧？先清一下吧。吼吼，完全没伤害。Zero damage。 对。你们觉得职业很难的？那个回圈真的颇麻烦的。太丑哇！上。起风。哇哇哇！一群智障。看，但看起来要2场才会升，有点惨。 比较飞剑啊，还可以，只是这个是真的不适合追赶跑跳碰。为什么你升等啊？作弊哦！
他的技能范围真的超大的，超级。
剁！
剁起来！
温森跳下去。
搞。
哦，有那招鞭子啊！
他范围真的是怎么会有那么大的范围啊？
也没比较痛啊。
范围大一点，范围大还比较痛啊。
干嘛？这个角色有时候接机接到一半乱掉，就不知道从哪里继续了。没有，那个是反击。
好像他的气
他反击你会到伤害？
不会。
感觉飞剑就是给中二的人在玩。
他的投资好短。
都是拿来躲招的、啊。等一下，我弄个东西。算了，这样先打我们。我受不了那音效卡，应该是音效卡会掉。对，我大概先用主机版的吧，只是不知道会不会耳机就变得没声音了。使用主机版可能推不动耳机。
哦呦，那个做起来好帅哦，一只龙。
氪金玩家，你敢追？
很赞。
你是说那个谁拍的那个吗？很赞。
我只把拍在。
哦， 没有。
跟魔导一样。
这是刷题。
攻击范围、攻击距离跟魔导差不多。
这我忘记要算近战还是算远程？
近战。应该说近战就是笨蛋，近距离和近战。
放心吗？这思考那么久。哦。哇！飞剑。等我一下哦，我换个耳机孔。
Guests with us. Our man Terry is going to introduce them.
All right. So, yeah, as Eric said, we have some special guests here from Bandai Namco. We have Hoshino-san. Hi. We have Suzaki-san. And then from Ishihara from TPC. And then also David from TPCI.
Hey there.
All right. So,
yeah.
Let's talk about the overarching concept of Pokken Tournament Deluxe.
ちょっとまず、改めてなんですけれども、ポッケントーナメントっていうゲームなんですけども、どんなゲームでしょうか。はい。
どうもこんにちは。株式会社ポケモンの石原です。
Hello there, I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon Company.
ポケントーナメントはですね、ポケモンの対戦アクションゲームですね。
So the Pokken Tournament is a really kind of a competitive action game, a fighting game with Pokemon.
おそらくこのライブ見てる方は、いやいやもうポッケンのことなら俺もう随分知ってるよっていう人もたくさんいるかもしれません。
So I imagine a lot of you watching this segment probably already know what Pokken Tournament is, but
でも知らない人のために少しポッケントーナメントどういうものかっていうのを説明したいと思います。
But I do just want to quickly explain the basics of it for the people who haven't.
はい、じゃあせっかくですので私はジュナイパーを選びましょう。
I'm going to choose the new Pokemon Decidueye.
はい、じゃあ私はピカチュウを選びます。
And I'll play Pikachu.
はい、そしてですね、サポートポケモンも新たにニャビーと足場にこのセットを変えました。
And as you can see on screen here, we've got
いきたいですね。まずフィールドフェーズとデュエルフェーズという2つのフェーズがあるゲームになっています。
So for people who haven't played before, Pokken Tournament actually has two phases in which the fighting takes place. You start out in the field phase, and then there's also another phase called the duel phase.
はい。まず最初にですね、自分が一緒に連れていくこのサポートポケモンの選択になります。
And at the beginning of the battle, you choose your support Pokemon that'll help you out in battle.
はい。今回はですね、スイッチ版なんで押すボタンで決めることもできます。
So you can also choose, press the button to choose these for the switch button.
まずフィールドフェーズですが、こうやって自由に動き回ることができます。
And in the field phase here, you can run around the field, the battlefield, a 360-degree movement.
さあ、こうやってある攻撃を当てるとこれでデュエルフェースというモードになりまして、こうやって左右に動くような従来の格闘ゲームのような画面になります。
And by executing a specific move, you'll leave the field phase and enter what's called the duel phase, which is more of a traditional fighting game, kind of side-by-side view.
はい、じゃあジュナイパーならではのこの技ですね。影抜いて技を使うと相手のサポートポケモンを使えなくすることができます。
The move I just pulled off there with Decidueye, it actually prevents the opponent. It's kind of a debuff that makes it so they can't use their support Pokemon.
また先ほど石原社長からありました通り、ポケモンのこのポッケンというのは簡単にポケモンの技を出すことができます。
And in Pokken Tournament, also with Deluxe, it's very easy to execute really cool moves with the simple controls.
はい、例えばこのジュナイパーなんですけども、その前とポケモンと A ボタンを押すだけでこんな強力な技を出すことができるんですね。
So by just pushing the direction forward on the D-pad and also hitting the A button, you're able to execute awesome-looking moves like you just showed on screen.
はい、そしてサポートポケモンがゲージが溜まっているので使いましょう。
And then you have 時に、ジョイコンをこう抜いてですね、そして須崎さんに
Charizard is actually going to be
大きくて強いので
close quarters and mid quarters combat.
はい、じゃあやりますよ。
Here we go.
できんのかな。
Not sure if I'm going to be able to
解
do
放
this.
者炎のパンチですね。
Oh, there's fire punch.
ファイアパンチ。前とポケモン技だけで今の炎パンチ。あ、クリアダイブですね。
結構なんかやってる感じがしますね。僕地球投げってやってみたいんですけど。
I'm trying to execute this seismic toss move.
地球投げってどういうボタンで？
上と A ボタンだけです。スイッチタイトル、この最初の特権ということについて、はい、どうでしょう。
吃饭好大口，
吃饭大口，
干，
傻小啦。
我来看这个啊，干，妈的，他吃超大口的，怎么可以有人吃泡面吃那么大口
？Okay, it's kind of getting like a spicy cheese now.
而且你也知道老外那种都是大分量。
不是，你看他那一口，超大口。
Hello, Taiwan. Okay, I am in a store right now, as you can probably tell, and I found a food that I really just want to eat. So, let's go check it out. Okay, you see, Taiwan has so many instant noodles. 泡面. It's just got a lot. I'm at this area right now, and I'm just looking at hundreds of different flavors. Well, lately, my wife and we have been seeing this 泡面 over and over again. What it is, it's a cheesy 泡面. It's got a cheese 味道. So we are going to grab it, we're going to try it, but let me show you what it looks like. Okay, this is a Korean brand.
Default. God, 好大声。 好，讲话。有。
嗨 ，Hello， 你好。
还是没声音。
哦。And what's super interesting about it is
先拍吧，先拍吧。
cheese,
我在讲我在干嘛
Now, in lots of Asian areas, Taiwan, Korea, China, they don't really use cheese that often. So when I saw this and it said cheese, I'm like, I've got to try that. I love cheese. So, we have the noodles, it's time to go buy them. We'll go back to my place, we'll try them, and we'll experience it together.
哦，有声音了，马子欣打电话吧。好，咬我吧，咬我吧，咬我吧。然后继续。不是啊，我跟你讲，因为我受不了了，因为我前阵子不是说会有那个声音会卡住吗？然后而且飞剑的时候特别容易发生，而且很吵。然后。 刚才吵到我受不了，我就去换，就把它接回主机板，就不用让音效卡。音效卡现在只有麦克风接着，所以我讲话不会卡住，我讲话不会突然就是这样子。 那我现在先接回主机板测，那如果不会再发生，那就是音效卡的那个发声单位坏掉了。音效卡的那个 output 坏掉了，那坏掉也没办法修。然后我刚才接上去的时候，因为主机板有6个音讯红，我根本不知道要接哪一个。它不是传统的红白蓝，它是红白蓝，红绿蓝啊，它不是红绿蓝，它有红绿蓝，然后还有一个黑白跟一个叫什么东西。然后6个孔，然后刚才那边到底是哪个孔？然后我就记得是绿的，然后绿的结果没有声音，然后搞半天，然后还不小心摔到耳机，然后好不容易有声音哦，因为我一接上去，然后噔噔就听到上面就头上耳机有声音，因为电脑放在脚下，我刚钻到桌子底下，然后听耳机有声音，耳机一戴起来之后右边有声音，
右边没声音，
之后右边有声音，左边没声音。因为我左边坏掉过，然后我左边之前拿去修1800，然后我想说，哇靠，左边没声音，不会刚才被我那样摔一下又摔坏了吧？好吧，还好是线没接好，我转了一下就左边有声音，真的是超恐惧的，这比音效卡坏掉还恐怖哎。
Feel like I just ate a big block of cheese though. It's really dry. Whew. It's like really dry though. I think I need like
我
water.
记得那个鞭子有一个加速啊。
Okay, I'm about a whole pack in. They're pretty good. Really cheesy. Not even too spicy at all. I'm wondering if you guys have had it. What do you guys think? Put in the comments down below. I'm wondering what you guys think about these noodles. If you haven't tried it, go right now. Stop the video and run to the store and buy some of these noodles. They're actually really good. Really cheesy. I'm really impressed.
不知道，我是那个 Enjoy 的 Sony 的，
Enjoy
然后刚才
It's starting to get
就
a
都要
little
装啊，
spicy.
然后我就没装，我每次要装，每次要用到都没装啊，就像说那个相机打开来，闪光灯那个亮个半秒钟就够用了，然后刚才那边亮个大概10几下，然后就跟你一样，就跳出来装那个手电筒，
是吗？
然后结果就摔到耳机，真的是他妈气到人脚会弹出来。
你想吃吗？真的好吃。Okay, it's kind of getting like a spicy cheese now.
去年10月的那个也可以用。
Okay, just a second.
的文章
Those are actually pretty good. The taste level is really, really good. They're really cheesy. Here's the things that are bad though. It's really dry, really heavy. You need a lot of water. Take it down. It was hard for me just to eat it like this. The spicy level, wait. It's getting worse and worse, just like those other noodles last time. Just a second. Great experience. Oh my gosh. What are some other ideas that you guys want me to do? Please write it in the comments down below. It is now time to go enjoy some time at the park. So, let's move there. Kai, what are you doing?
20%的几率是这个吗？是这个加权对公数吗？
Made it. We are here now at the Jianghua to Yuchang. It's a wonderful place. I love it. I'm coming here a lot. But I've got a question for you guys. A while ago, I went to Hong Kong to apply for a Taiwanese visa. But the main reason was to get a Taiwan visa so I can stay in Taiwan longer. And guess what? I got my visa! Well, you see, while I was there, I made 3 awesome videos. But nobody watched them. So if you compare my views on my other videos with the views of the Hong Kong videos, what the heck? I mean, I loved them. I thought those videos were fun. Hong Kong is a lovely place. It's beautiful. If you haven't watched them, go check them out. They're fun. Otherwise, it is time to have fun with Kai and my wife here at this lovely to Yuchang. Kai.
看待零是哪一招可以最有分数？看不太懂。 刚才你怎么一招新的？这是什么？以前有这招吗？位置交换。现在有，只是完全没用这招。所以他是哪一刀给攻速啊？你知道吗？阿仔，好吧。来听点歌好了，可以快点确认到底是哪里有问题。
你要听歌？
黑暗降临，不是常驻啊，黑暗降临是打开的、啊，很烂啊，就是你也看到的破烂，啊，没办法啊。安艾琳的，你的人在哪里啊？看，其实我接机也接不太顺，也太久没玩了。你现在经验值是59%、啊，好像还是得再拍一个副本。哇，目前用到现在没有噔噔噔的声音，看起来真的是音效卡坏掉。
换音效卡喽！
但是零起手都是这一招啦，然后就是噔噔，哦，噔噔噔。
转进去。
差不多这样子吧，这样就一套，然后你就发现魔力整条都打完了。
还可以打2个。那个下坠级可以打2次。
那个有机会重置时，就是那个按到没有为止，然后就接下一个。然后当你这一套主要的接完，已经进10级的时候，就可以换那个。就是钩子有一个文章，这个钩子有一个文章是勾到东西之后的下一招，它的那个释放速度增加就是加倍，所以钩子通常都是勾完之后接这个，因为这个放超慢的，这个一定要接钩子，然后这个也要接钩子，这2招要接钩子。剩下的都还好了。哇，还是会有声音，那就是主机板坏掉了。
哇，不知道整台电脑重换。
哇，真的是板子坏掉哎，所以我错怪音效卡了。
砍掉重练哦，
蛮赚钱吧？想让你撑到，
就 发现是板，结果发现是板子跟一教扛起。
不太可能吧？
你们水小，
还是你要跟我借板？
这个要不会干。
那就只好吧。就不要听你们讲话，感觉你们讲话太废了。
想当初白君以为他硬碟坏掉，就是他板子先出问题。
So, look at the way Russians drop off their children for the first day of school. Look!
Oh, 几把，有点快。
Jesus Christ! My dad only hugged me and gave me food when he dropped me off at school. Maybe that is why I was bullied. It is safe to say no one will be bullying this Russian dad's child. And this is only the first day of school. What the hell is he going to do on career day? Is he going to come in with a tank and fire a missile and drop a grenade in class? And look at all the people. They were acting normal, like they see this every day. Like the machine gun fire is just the school bell ringing. God damn, only like 2 people ran away. And those people are probably foreigners from France or Belgium or some French-speaking country that is
Get a dictionary. Use commands to tell your sister to do the following things. This kid left everything blank and just said, I don't have a sister. How are you going to -7? You're just going to -7 points because his parents didn't want to bring a daughter in this world? I'm losing my voice. That kid is probably in a fetal position crying at home because you -7 points because he don't have a sister. Do you understand? That is adding insult to injury. Bobby has 4 dimes. Amy has 30. I'm just thinking about this diabetes thing on the last video. Brian has 50 slices of cake. He eats 48. What he has now? Diabetes. Brian has f***ing diabetes. How do you know? Show your thinking. This kid literally showed his thinking. My elephant likes to eat peanuts. The teacher talked about no peanuts and ant nuts and sit by me. What kind of elephant do you have? Give a brief explanation of the meaning of the term hard water ice. Let me tell you something. If I was a teacher, I would count that right. There are 300 students in year 10. Year 10? Mary and Mark want to find out year 10's favorite color. Mary asked 30 people. Mark asked 1. That is why it's hard to say ask. Why does Mark think he is right? Because Mark is a man. When I grow up, I want to be like Mama. Wait, I saw this before. Let me explain to you what this is. Now, the teacher sent this back home to the parent, and the parent wrote back to the teacher and said, look, this is basically me at Home Depot because I work there, and a lot of people wanted the last shovel because it was snowing. I just want you to know this is not what it looks like. I am not a stripper, nor have I ever been. In the space below, please write any overall comments about this course of instructor not covered above. above. If I had 1 hour to live, I'd spend it in this class because it feels like an eternity. When should a motorist use his or her bright beams? When he wants to be an asshole. Name 4 heavy metals and their symbols. This kid wrote 4 heavy metal bands. I can't even name 1 heavy metal. Not the band. I know a lot of bands that are heavy metals, but I can't. What's a heavy metal? 3H1. Yeah, I'm out of school right now. Hakuna Matata. My favorite subject is spelling, and here's why I like it. It's easy with a Z. This student's name is Brian. Describe what is meant by forgetting. Brian said, I can't remember. This one is that is not scissors. Who wrote that? I have scissors. Oh, wait a minute now. This is, when you look, that do look like scissors. It's scissors, it's closed. If it was open, it'd be a different story. A lot of kids, they draw open scissors. So I understand. So I would have gave him credit for Is there enough information in the table to estimate the length of a day on Jupiter? Bacon. This kid said bacon is always the answer. This one, oh, y'all gotta stop submitting these hard to read. I'm gonna lose my eyesight. Jackie, you can't just write out a question you don't want to answer. So apparently, Jackie did not want to answer something. So she said, if it don't exist, there's no way she can count this wrong. I did not even know she wanted that white out. Our lucky duck today is Olivia. Is this the same pet duck? I don't care how you flip this. This is not a duck. Olivia! I would even call that a pair of scissors at this moment. 100 years from now, I will be 107. Thank you. At least it's not like Warren, who thought of dying. Draw a picture of what you will look like in 100 years. In 100 years, I will be... I hope someday that I will own 100 footballs and $100 bills. I never wish to own 100 ponies or 100 Von coins? 100 years from now, I hope to be dead? Really? This one I give you credit for not being Warren. Just stab me in the back. Tracy is wrong. Use an example to show that Tracy is wrong. She's a woman. Is this the same one that said he's a man? Mike saw 17 blue cars and 25 green cars at the toy store. Explain how the number sentence shows the problem. 17 plus 25 equals 42. I got the answer by talking in my brain, and I agreed of the answer that my brain got. Right or, oh my, this kid wrote or. He literally wrote or. Oh, I can't. All
right, not the smartest phone call ever made here. A self-described drug dealer calling the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office over the weekend to report that someone had stolen his bag of cocaine.
不对啊，理论上来说，
理论上来说，
我如果音效是给音效卡出来的话，那就不会经过板子的音讯处理，那声音会卡，那不会是耳机坏掉吧？可是也不太可能是耳机坏掉啊，耳机坏掉也不是这个样子啊。 烦。
还是你的音效可能要外接那个电源，需要额外那个外接一个大视频或是一个沙塔。
哇，这鬼子副本真的要排超久的。
Hi, how to make an electric guitar? Well, I don't know, but from the name of it, it's just a combination of guitar and electricity. Here's a simple one I made. Here's the basic electric guitar I made with 4 strings. We can add more strings if you want to. Strings are just wires stretched over a piece of wood, tied to nails on each end. The wires at this end are tied together in pairs as you can see, and each pair is attached to one of these cables, which we can plug them into the wall power plug. Please join me for the first time to hear how it sounds. And 1, 2, 3, 4. It definitely made me sound like a rock star, although it feels more like an electric chair than a guitar. It is extremely dangerous to touch the 110 volt or 220 volt power lines. You can easily get killed. And believe me, nothing's worth touching a power line. When touching a power line, a few different things can happen. If you're wearing your plastic slippers that isolate you from ground and then touch the live wire, you still feel it, although it's not too bad. Because although you are DC isolated, you are not completely AC isolated, as there is still some capacitance between your body and ground. In some cases, due to the shock and the pain, your body can react fast. If you touch the live and neutral wires both, it's very dangerous because the circuit closes through your body. Your muscles can contract, this allowing you to let go. If the current goes through your vital organs like your heart or brain, you will very likely meet your maker.
Whoa. I am your father.
Margaret Thatcher? The funny thing is that they use electricity to save a cardiac arrest victim. Clear! What the f? If you are barefoot and touch the live wire, the current can again go through your body to ground and kill you. It can also contract your leg muscles and make you jump. It's a pity though. I thought I could share my artistic side with you. I forgot to unplug the damn thing. It definitely made me behave like a rock star though. Makes me think of the similarities. Side with you. Makes me think of the similarities.
What the Justin Bieber, mother. This is a joke.
It's obvious the problem is the electric guitar. Hi, I'm going to show you how to design a taser, but under one condition. By no means is this safe to be used on any living creature. This is just a demonstration of a design, and if those sparks touch anybody, I won't like you anymore. A taser is basically a device that generates very high voltages above 10,000 volts and is used to temporarily disable a person, and sometimes it kills a person. It's super high voltage, what did you expect? You don't just chase somebody continuously. It is meant as a short shock to temporarily disable a person. If you like to use a taser or any other sort of excessive force and get away with it too, then just join the police force. You get a proper training, a license, certified tools, and a decent salary. Otherwise, refrain from hurting anything. To create a high voltage from a low voltage source, you need a transformer. A transformer is of the inductor family, and its output to input voltage ratio is proportional to the secondary to primary winding number of turns. Also, it only works with AC signal. So if the secondary to primary turn ratio is 100, if I apply 10 volt AC at the input, I'll have 1000 volt AC at the output. Now for my transformer, I use this one that's generally used in a car. It's called the car ignition coil and is responsible to generate sparks across the spark plugs that ignite the fuel in the cylinder. This specific transformer has this wire arrangement, and it has a secondary to primary ratio of around 60.
我在就公网站啊，还是你有在干嘛？你有在干嘛？
So the output voltage will be 60 times the input. Here I connected a power cable to the primary to connect it to the wall.
我在干嘛？
靠起来，靠起来！
Wall plug. With 120 volts AC on the input, I should have close to 7000 volts AC on the output, which I'll measure. I'll plug it in. A quick research shows that different transformers work best at different frequencies. This transformer is obviously not made for the 60 Hz city power frequency. But wait, the primary winding is an inductor.
没人啊。
模式搞不好还比这副包还好排。
Imagine it is this spring. If I force a voltage across it, it will charge and discharge based on what I dictate across it. But if I charge it and then let go, then it will discharge to a very high voltage, way beyond 100 volts, and that on the secondary means more than 10,000 volts. So for example, if I connect my 12 volt supply here to the primary and charge it and then disconnect it, the voltage of the primary should jump up, creating a huge voltage on the secondary here that should create a spark. Let's try it out. There is nothing. Is there actually a voltage? Well, my theory was right. Obviously, there is high voltage on the secondary, but the problem is that that high voltage pulse period is so short it can't create an arc. But there is a way to extend that period. If I add a capacitor on the primary and then connect the supply, it charges both the inductor and the capacitor. And when the supply disconnects, the inductor and capacitor start oscillating, pouring charges into each other. So the primary voltage will look like this, which decays over time. I put this capacitor bank together and put it across the primary. Let's pulse the primary now. Look at that, I have sparks. Notice that I have sparks when I disconnect the supply. Now I need to make the sparks continuous, so they go zzz. For that I designed a simple circuit. If I press the button here, the relay here will switch back and forth, and that will charge the primary of the transformer, and the sparks will fly out of the secondary. You can read more about it in my website electroboom.com. I've made my simple circuit here and I attached it to the primary, and I'm using my 12-volt drill battery as the source. Let's try it out. Wow, this is wild. You can see how far... It's a strange pain. It's as if somebody is stabbing your finger, but the blade, it doesn't stop there. It keeps going through your veins until it reaches your heart. I love it. I made it look more like a taser by gluing these nails to it. Let's look at it spark now. This gap is quite wide. Let me measure it for you. Well, you know, metal is generally conductive and electrons always find the easiest path to travel. So I would never touch any high voltage with a 100-mile-long metal pole. Let's look at the spark some more. These sparks are so strong they can set a piece of paper on fire. See? Always be careful when you set things on fire at home. Hi, I have a video on the pain of electricity, but now I want to kick it up a notch and show you at what voltage it hurts over skin rather than tongue. I'll be trying 120 volt AC, 170 volt DC and 340 volt DC. But I don't have a high voltage supply, so I put together my simple circuit. The circuit looks like this, just 2 capacitors and 2 diodes. At this point I apply the 120 volt AC, and across C1 I will have 170 volt DC, and across C2 I'll have 340 volt DC. Please check my website below if you like more detailed explanation. As you see, the voltage levels on this circuit are very dangerously high. You might use this circuit for low voltage applications, but don't use it as I do, or it might be your last day on earth. I made this simple circuit and I'll plug it in. Now the circuit is hot and the voltage is on the... Something you must never forget is that... Now the circuit is hot and the voltage is on the... Something you must never forget is that some capacitors, like electrolytic ones, are polarized and you must never connect them backwards or they will blow up. Now I have replaced the capacitor on my circuit and I'll plug it in. In addition to polarity, the capacitors must be rated properly to be able to handle the voltage across them, or they will blow up, obviously. I picked 150 microfarad 400 volt capacitors, as the maximum voltage these capacitors will be charged to is 340 volt DC. Now there is nothing to worry about. Like I said, everything is good. There are 3 voltages on my circuit. The first one here is the 120 volt AC, which is very dangerous. I've accidentally touched 120 volt and 220 volt AC and they hurt a lot and can kill, so I'm not gonna repeat that again. This one here is across the first capacitor, which should be 170 volt DC, and that one there is across the second capacitor, which should be 340 volt DC. Let me measure them for you. To measure the 120 volt AC, I put the meter on AC and I measure the voltage. Oh my god! Sometimes when you're probing a line, you might touch the probes, but never forget about the voltage on the probes. Here I have around 120 volt AC on the input, and if I change the meter to DC, you'll see that there's almost no DC on the input. But if I measure across the first capacitor here, you will see that there is around 170 volt DC, which is equal to the peak of the AC signal as expected. This is a much higher voltage and can provide much more power. Now let me touch this voltage. I can barely feel anything, although I feel a little bit of tinkle on my skin. But remember, if my skin is more conductive for any reason, it can hurt much more. I have two light bulbs here that both are 60 watts. I connect one of them to the 120 volt AC input and the other one to the 170 volt. And you see that the one on the 170 volt DC runs much brighter. And I can barely feel that one on my finger. I can even hold the bulb to the 170 volt DC with my fingers. Now let's try the last capacitor. You see there is 334 volts on this one. Let's touch this one. Ouch! Ouch! Well, this one hurts much more, but not nearly as bad as the 120 volt AC. Now let's do the light bulb test. You see the bulb on the 340 volt DC runs much brighter than the one on the AC. And yet it doesn't hurt even close to the AC. The reason is that the human body has a capacitive property that allows the AC signals to run through much easier. And therefore there will be much higher AC current that can hurt or kill a person, while the DC signal is greatly blocked by the resistance of the human body. If you are curious to know how a capacitor behaves, here is a symbol of a capacitor, and these are its plates. When there is a DC signal like this, it hits the capacitor plates like this and gets blocked, while an AC signal can zigzag between the plates like this and pass through.
Hi, I woke up in the morning and I noticed a train of ants walking all the way from the balcony door to the kitchen. So I started thinking hard about how I can kill them all by electricity in one shot.
It's very simple, let me explain. Imagine this is an ant. Now all we need is that all ants hold hands together like this to create a conductive path, so that I can connect a very high voltage across them and electrocute them. And even in that case, probably one or two of the ants will blow up like a fuse and will save the rest. Yay!
It's not really possible, so instead I decided to use the good old bug spray and spray those ants to death. All you need to do is to spray over their walkway like this.
Holy! The camera is okay. It was very dangerous. I almost burned the place down. I didn't see this stupid little fire in the fireplace. Never spray those things into fire. It's extremely dangerous. Let's study that phenomena a little bit more. Before we start, smart kids, don't try this at home. Dumb kids, stop watching right now. Okay, let's see how far the fire goes. Always put some thought in your experiments before hurting yourself. Let's try again.
It smells terrible and it's about a meter long. But what if the can blows up in your hand? I don't think it will happen for two reasons. First, there is no oxygen in the can, so even if the fire gets to the nozzle, it will not explode. And second, the fire forms within a distance from the nozzle, so it doesn't even heat up the can. But how far away does it form? It started from 3 to 4 inches and went down to 1 inch, and I lost my ruler. Now I'm thinking, is it possible to weld with this? Let's see if I can weld these two pieces. Nope, it doesn't work at all.
Don't touch hot stuff.
Z1 Attila 跳色新登场 SYM。
Hi, do you remember when I broke my cell phone by my homemade hand cranked charger? Turning much harder now. Oh no, 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 no! Now I want to fix my phone. My suspicion is that I blew up the chip that's responsible for charging and monitoring the battery. And cell phones are generally so compact that I really have little hope of fixing it. But I have the following plan.
Open the cell phone without breaking anything.
Where the are those Phillips screws?
Try to turn it on and retrieve all the data available. Find and identify the broken chip. Order new part and replace it. Put the phone back together and it would work like a charm.
Alas, reality is much too far from fiction. I have little hope. How do you open this thing anyways? Ah, this phone just opens with brute force. I'm well familiar with that. Let's do it. Whoa, everything is well glued in here, even the battery. It's like performing a brain surgery on someone who had a fatal stroke. You know there is no chance of survival, but you want to open the head because you like to see the human brain. You sicken me. By the way, have you ever had a brain sandwich? The texture is kind of like booger, but the
我喜欢你。
The taste is out of this world.
也是有感冒。必修干膜。 对啊，就鬼子副本就排很久啊。
Let's check the battery. The label says it's 3.8 volts. Okay, it's not dead, but it's undercharged. It can't turn on the cell phone, and I can't charge it either. So I'm going to solder some wires to the power line and power it from my power supply. There is no room for error here, and I have to connect everything back together. Can you imagine? First connector, fourth connector,
又是没用啊。
fifth connector, seventh connector. I set my power supply to 4.2 volts, so my cell phone thinks it's a charged battery.
Hey.
Oh boy, time to connect it up. Ready? Oh, look at that. It's drawing 1 amp from my power supply. Obviously something is shorted in there. Have to open it up again. Did you know that you could check some things beforehand so you wouldn't have to go through trouble of putting everything together? Now if something is shorted and draws a lot of current, it gets quite hot. So it's easy to find it by tracing the source. You could either touch all the components and find the source painfully, or you can say hello to my little friend. Not too close. It's a Seek thermal camera. It's actually pretty cool. You plug it into your smartphone and it shows you a thermal image of everything that's in front of it. So I'm going to connect my motherboard to the power supply again and look at it with my thermal camera. Looking at the thermal image, you can see that this side of the board is getting quite hot. Which is something under this shield. Feels like I'm just in a deeper grave. Look at this. It's like the entire city of New York in here. Let's see if my thermal camera can figure out what's broken. Obviously the heat is coming from the corner of the board. I wonder what it is. How hot is it? Wow, 135 degrees Celsius? So this black chip is broken, and judging by the number of inductors around it, I assume it's the main power supply for the board. I took this picture, zoomed and enhanced. It's quite easy to remove the broken chip using my trusty hot air station. It has a hot air gun that blows very hot air. That's why I call it the Trump. It has a hot air gun that blows very hot air. That's why I call
승리의 전장에서 보자.
我发现一个惊人的事实，你想听是什么事实吗？
Call it the Trump.
你的包包里有卷轴。
Trump seems to be blowing pretty hard now. Stupid Trump. And the chip easily comes off.
你的包包里有3张传送卷。
Just look at this.
因为我买了3张，发现包包里有6张。 打起来！差2只，差2只。等一下哦。
싶은 말은 빨리 해. 싸우는 사람은 몸이 재산이지.
This part is not easily available in single quantities. It's a magical part. It has 16 different regulators, a battery charger, and a bunch of other circuits. In 5mm by 5mm area, it packs
没声，下载一只。
저기 오면 싸우면 카이아도르의 전사를 잊지 마라.
맞아 뭐. 不然就再一只啊，不然怎么办？很远啊，要飞的哦，想也不用。那你怎么了？那你怎么了？不是，你怎么了？ 你在哪里啊？我，这是你吗？很吓人，可以啊。干妈臭八七耶！你自己想办法补血吧。电脑坏掉了，电脑坏掉了，坏掉了，坏掉了，了，坏掉了。哎，我决定走上面啊，可能遇到稀有，算了，就走了。有个稀有怪啊！我要真的过气到这都没人要打、啊。
하고 싶은 말이 있나? 내 도움이 필요한가?
Pins under the BGA package. BGA stands for Barrel Grid Array, and it yells there's no way I can change it at home. I would try it though, but I guess at some point you have to cut your losses and move on. This is gone. But maybe I can salvage something. Oh, I know.
Hi, today I'd like to make a robot. The first thing you have to do is break your dad's toothbrush. This is what we need. A toothbrush, a cell phone vibrator, a coin cell battery, a switch, and some wires. A cell phone vibrator is a DC motor with imbalance load. When it turns, it shakes and vibrates. You need to connect.
적들에게는 핏값을.
쓸데없는 일은 아니겠지.
제가 뭐 해드릴 거 있나요?
하고 싶은 말이 있나?
Connect things together like this. Have an adult to help you put things together.
Is that my toothbrush?
Focus!
Okay.
And now we'll hot glue the circuit onto the back of the toothbrush.
Ow!
Don't be a baby. And now you turn it on.
Yeah! Yeah! Go! You call this a robot?
It's much better than the cell phone you fixed.
True.
말이 있나?
Hi, my laptop of 7 years just went vamoose. I bet it had a fine print saying only good for the period of Obama's presidency. Gonna miss them both. It was the only computer I had for so long.
Please respond or I'll get rid of you.
Well, yeah, I had a desktop a while back, but I swear it was only a printer server and it meant nothing more. And now with a laptop gone, I can't even edit this video, so I'll have to fix it. You see, it's only half dead. The issue is that the cooling fan doesn't turn at all. The CPU heats up after a couple of minutes. And shuts down, so I have to dissect it. Here I'm jumping forward to an important point and I'll jump back later. I have opened my laptop and the problem was something I totally ignored, although the signs were obvious. My laptop has been overheating and shutting down for a while now, and I blamed it on summer and global warming, where in fact the air channel was totally blocked with dust and lint and shit. Eventually the fan heated up so much it died. The cooling fan constantly sucks dust in, and over years the air channel will block. Now you don't need to dissect your laptop to clean it. I have invented a method called vacuumer, involving a vacuum cleaner and a piece of paper. Patent pending. In a laptop, there is usually one fan that sucks the air in from the bottom and pushes it out from the side. So you have to suck the air backwards to get the crap out. But the vacuum cleaner hole is usually smaller than the intake of the fan and doesn't seal and suck well. Take a piece of paper and make a hole in it smaller than the hole of the vacuum cleaner. Put the vacuum cleaner hose on the paper on the intake of the fan and turn the vacuum on. The paper will create a very good seal. Do this for a minute or two and the air path is cleaned. When you see your computer is working kind of glitchy or intermittent or shuts down randomly, the CPU might be overheating and need cleaning. Now back to the beginning. Welcome back. Now to open your laptop, first you have to remove the power cord and the battery. Release the magazine and pull the slide a couple of times to make sure there is no battery left in the battle. Now you open the rim. I think I have to open some screws, hopefully as little as possible.
내 도움이 필요한가? 뭔가 잊어버린 것 같은데. 쓸데없는 일은 아니겠지.
Here is the fan. You have to disconnect like 100 connectors to get to it. Some of them, like this one, you just pull out carefully, and the other ones like this have a locking mechanism that you have to open first.
하고 싶은 말이 있나? 알고 싶은 게 있습니다. 몸 조심하고 살아요.
And then pull out the flat cable. If you think you can get away with not opening one screw, you are wrong. All the 100 must go on the ground. Every laptop can have have a different problem, but in many cases the monitor, camera or microphone malfunction, and it's usually because of the signal cable that runs through the monitor hinge. It can break easily as it's constantly under stress. And trust me, I've tried, you cannot reliably fix this cable unless you never close your monitor. You better buy a new cable or computer. In some other cases, your connectors like USB could have been broken off the board, and usually you can solder them back on the board. And here is the cooling.
하고 싶은 말이 있나?
System responsible for cooling the system. Here I took the fan out and accidentally broke two of its blades. It's a 5-volt fan, so I'll connect it to my 5-volt supply. And it doesn't turn, so fortunately the problem is the fan, not the motherboard. Let's tear it apart. These blades are super fragile. You can see here that this is the magnet in the rotor, and these are the electromagnets that turn the fan. And the control circuit is somewhere under that PCBA. Never mind.
싸우는 사람은 몸 조심해야죠.
뭘 도와드릴까요? 어서 오십시오.
무슨 볼 일이십니까? 뚜룰루룰루루. 도와줄까?
내게 야망이 있다.
어떻게 잘 지내셨어요?
발키온 연합을 위해 좋아 보이네.
고양이 그리군요.
안녕하십니까? 힘이 되어드리죠. 용건만 말해. 2번 말하게 하지 마.
어서.
마침 심심하단 차다. 다음에 또 보자. 반갑다. 여기 처음 만나. 언제든 환영합니다.
Broken anyways. Well, I fixed it. Even I am often
알고 싶은 것이 있나? 혹시 이게 뭔지 알아요? 처음 같습니다. 저기요. 여기 정말 크네요.
2번 말하게 하지 마. 용건만 말해. 귀찮네 정말.
좋은 것을 얻으려면 오래 걸립니다.
얼굴이 서투르나냐? 좋은 표정하고 계시다냐?
좋은 것을 얻으려면 오래 걸립니다. 어서.
용건만 말해. 말하게 하지 마. 저리 비켜.
도와줄까?
妈的！
어서 원투를 빌겠다.
来打个嘛！上线上线！
嘟噜噜噜噜噜。
要吗？你晚点。那红茶呢？该怎么说？所以要打 OVV。要打文钱嘞，胜嘞。 还在他的
어서 오게.
TI
여신의 가호가 함께하길 빌겠네.
야, 打一下。
용건만 말해.
아르고 녀석들.
두 번 말하게 하지 마.
来吧，大家都上线吧。
大家都死掉了。
大家都上线吧！
没有的话我就下线喽。
没有要打哦。
陈柏轩不是说等他15分钟？
哦，啊没有啊，就等他，要着急的那种，问一下要不要打。
我去玩一下小番薯好了，申办账号。
别再打啦！所以我现在还在打Tera。 开一个快速对战。
Hello。
嗨。
嗨。
上线吧。
快办。哎，快办。嗨。
上线吧。
看我，等一下，我手机在充电。
你手机在充电，跟我有什么关系？老人呢？要跟他没在里面。
他在板桥啊，对吧？他从新店骑回来啊。
还有人吗？没有人。
我要被抓走。对，这种事情我先不打。还是先一场好了。有。哎，我这边没关。走，他走。
你要去哪？
要去。哎，他走这里。好。再拉掉吗？
都可以啊，看你。
拉掉好了，拉掉。
我打一场之后去睡觉。
什么？
哎，白旭。
哎，他说要去载，对不对？
他说叫你打快一点。
哦，好。但他怎么打快一点？
对哦，你要去练车哦。是啊。
我刚刚才接收到的讯息。
你要去练车哦。
对啊。
哇，那我要去加。
OK
啊，我们今天去练车。
河滨吗？还是小公园？
不是啊，不是练车嘛？你应该是直接去考。
没有啊，我们是要直接去考的概念。
直接去考吗？
我们直接去考。
了解那么久，不然你就是去那边，然后再练个10几秒练这样。
我们直接去考啊。
没有，先去监理站的那个旁边那个小的。后面的应该 OK 吧？
他先过笔试啊。
啊？
他要先过笔试啊。
我要先过笔试。我觉得笔试超难的。
没有，我跟你讲，你不要想太多，你真的不要想太多，你想太多就会变跟我一样。
哦。你就只要把题目看清楚，跟答案看清楚，然后再不要想太多，因为这些几乎都是基本上的。
你狗干，你想太多，你说可能是这个啊，又可能是那个，不要骗你。
白君，跟你讲件事好不好？ 你还没考过汽车的。
好。
你还没考过职业的。我明年要去考职业的。没有啊，我要开卡车啊。
卡车司机，哇，我今天可以用你去撞人的哎。
不是，我靠！他妈，我想考个连接车啊，考完那个职业再考那个什么连接车。
都是双飞啊！
他妈玩法拉真的都没鸡鸡，
尤其是什么双飞仔。
那是黑鬼跟远志。
干法拉没人打下来，还要靠背。
没有半个人可以打法拉。
不是啊，拳王在干嘛？看又要被人家揍爆了，你看被揍爆了。
嘻嘻哈哈魔珠打法拉，死掉。
后面在干嘛？哦靠！我血怎么剩这么少？我血，
我一给你毒你就死掉。
靠！我血怎么是这样？
哇！我最生气。啊！结果他先射你，然后你没死，然后转过来射我，他笑。
不用，这个人是谁？
哎，我去图交给你了，
让我飞啊！
哎，不要，你快入去哦。
为什么？
让我这个
肉。
这个也是可以啊。
靠的。
奶。那我们可以双飞了。啊，这样没起来啊？对。
好啊，慢点。
你飞个屁哦，都是一个。哇！看他们，
哈哈。
哎呦，怎么在这边？会都把我。法拉半血。靠北没动，法拉太强。
哇！
啊，靠北没我剑。
反正我强化你嘞。
没我剑呐，我黑玉没子弹。
还有剑大要打，这一轮真打。
白军救我！
我到底要怎么救啊？
我打出来了。 这是我们一贯的
被自由开火了。
I'm surprised by the extent of my genius. I think a combination of heat and vibration over years broke a trace or wire in the fan.
这张图哦，我们要打这张图哦。
And wiggling it reconnected that broken trace. I guess now I'll put it back. It might work for another year, or it may fail tomorrow. But the blades are broken. If I break two opposite blades, then it will balance. Wrong too. There you go. Good as new. But then it won't cool well. It might work though. But what if it shorts the motherboard and kills it? Ah, fine. The part number of the fan is written on its label. And fortunately, eBay has mine for $8 and it will be delivered in a month? But I can't live without a computer for a month. What am I, a savage?
If you hadn't wasted your laptop on your stupid videos, it wouldn't die.
What are you talking about? I have a lot of viewers and good fans.
Why won't you show one of your fans in your laptop and fix it?
You're good. I know what to do. I'll first put the laptop together somehow. Oh, I know. I recorded everything, so I'll just retrace my steps. And done. There is usually some excess screws that I can vacuum. Now to make my laptop work while I'm waiting for my new fan to come in, I externally attach a 12-volt fan to it, place it on the intake with the fan blowing towards the laptop, and I hot glue it in place. And I power it from my trusty power supply, and voila, good as new. Now to improve the airflow, it's better to raise it. Don't put your hand in a running fan. Giveaway time! Every day, millions of wires.
我要隐形在旁边摸。
哎，那只猪好废哦。我们家那只猪。
你看我想说奇怪怎么没有人？为什么？把它带取出去，然后。
哦，这个推可以。
哦，那。
哎，忍者。
拍一下。
靠，这样还上不死。
没看到黑鬼啊！
别过来呀、啊，靠腰！干！
没看到黑鬼。
哦，这个机언제 든？
好烂的，
太好了吗？
我そうしよう。
真的没有，不是我。
언제？
哇！被两个壮汉霸了。啊！为什么我们的黑鬼比对面黑鬼还烂？
哇！这个逃跑！
我打我出去，感觉没打赢了。
play。
黑道，黑道，黑道！他从之前都分掉他。好，我要想追他。
哦靠呗，被照到了。靠。
我真高纯。
指挥到，把他半血了。
我到了，宝勋。
把他倒，好。啊，
行吗？
你射人家，这。哇，靠北！
打太大了，3点。
法兰应该残血了吧？
太大。
一波打。
靠北！
所以我们这边
比较强一点。
追骑抓过。 开点。
对哦，我手偷
这样少练。
不是啊，为什么他们杀到这边来啊？哎呦啊！
哇！好啊！
走。
靠！一直在堵我，妈的鸡巴人！妈的！
不要下来啊！他们下来就只能吃屎。
啊，他快被打！把他倒了。
破洞，他弹起。黑鬼冲他笑。
挂得到猪吗？
之前我被他挑起。
剩一个慈悲。
倒了。
靠背，先过来赶我哎！
二楼那两个我补不到啊！我上去。
不用上了，不用上了。
上面没有，他们全部掉下来。
把他在后面哦。
黑鬼挂住。哎，他在挂住，他残血。
这样不行。
哎，他在打。
干，为什么后面有鬼？
我倒了。
我们大家都在跳那个弹簧床。
要在半场。
嗨。
哎。
这是谁？抢二楼。好啦，打到这边来。
啊，擦一下。
倒了。
上去。
哎，陆秀回来。
等我一下。
靠腰哎！
我在极大啊。
可以给他顶上那个。
可以下去。
哎，好 ，nice。
等我一下，我进场开大。
干要炸哎，鸡巴哎，到底多气呀！他擦一下。
靠背他们还在旁边。
我倒了。
太晚了。
没事。刚个。
我还没有大，快有大。
开的时间点很差。
大杀球。
他打他下了。
为什么每次我说你都直接顺到我前面？
二楼啊。
好。
可以把它打掉。
只要是。
靠背啊！怎么这样还中？怎么这样？
哇！刚好结束。
法拉先帮我挂住。
好。
法拉在这上面啊。
也不用，打不下来也不用。
好扯哦！刚连来1-1都要赢我在2楼不对。
那个火，
那个火啊，它里面往2楼丢导成打没子弹，不然你杀死他。
看，有劲。
他直接开大，完全，我们一群人完全。
把我吃到一半，
你刚好在换，
我在换子弹，我就不行了，不然他已经死。
好，我要出门了。
我要出门了。
要不？
好，拿掉，啪。
哎，你们要去哪里啊？
看你答案。现在找钥匙。
嘿，怎么了？你要跟哦？白轩家楼下。于中宇，知不知道？
你们要直接载他去了？
我先关门，我先关电脑。
不。
你要跟吗？哦。啵啵。
好，就这样，再见。哎，其实我也不用关电脑，这样忘记就好。再见。
불쾌한 냄새고. 그러지?
그러지? 언제든지 가능하다.
두 번 말하게 하지 마.
알고 싶은 것이 있나? 어서 오라. 알고 싶은 것이 있나?
귀찮네 정말.
밥은 먹고 하자.
용건만 말해.
어서 오게.
왜 그러지? 언제든지 가능하다.